Yo, what's poppin' everybody? Dom Ritchie here, back on the Shuffle Squad YouTube channel, and today I am going to be talking about a new Raging Bolt with Ogerpon deck list. It's kind of a little gimmicky. It's not as consistent in that turn one, but in the mid game, it is a ridiculously strong deck. We've got cards like Noctowl, cards like the new Koraidon, cards like Latias that really allow the deck to just function in a completely different way, and I think it's really, really cool, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it a lot. Before we jump into the video, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and check out our sponsors in the description down below. Check out Kayfabe to buy all your singles, PTCGL store to get your code cards for when Surging Sparks does release. It helps out the channel, it helps out me, and it helps us put out these quality videos for you guys. So make sure you get into that, and I'll see you in 1 sec. But I'm just going to be talking about Raging Bolt going forward, and this is kind of a cool list that I have seen. I've been playing around with it a little bit, going into our, what's it even called? Surging Sparks metagame. It's more of a, like, fun, I guess, Raging Bolt list. I don't know if it's better than the optimal way to play it, but I think it's a really cool deck. I think there's some merit. I just think we have to find the proper list, find the proper way to play this deck, but it is obviously a Raging Bolt deck with Bellowing Thunder for a fighting and a lightning energy. Discard any amount of basic energy from your Pokemon. 70 damage for each energy you discard in this way. Raging Bolt started as a really mediocre card. It saw a little bit of success. Well, not success, but it saw a little bit of play when me and my friend Lily, we were playing it to several regionals. We both day 2'd back-to-back regionals with it, but that was kind of as far as Raging Bolt got. It didn't cash. It didn't do anything really. Deck was mid. However, it then gained Teal Mask Ogerpon EX, who has that Teal Dance ability that we all have seen dominating the metagame right now, which allows you to attach a grass energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon, draw a card. Now, normally, these two go really, really great. You pair it with Radiant Greninja, you pair it with cards like Pokestop and a ton of items. You just draw a ton of your deck really, really early in the game, and overall, you're kind of just here to just draw as much as you can, play really, really fast. And now we can kind of play it in a different way, I guess, because we now have Latias, who gives all of our basic Pokemon free retreat. So we don't have to rely on cards like Pokegear and stuff anymore. We can more reliably, I guess, play cards like Lumineon, play cards like Fezandipiti, because we can retreat out of them for free, not worry about them getting stuck, because one of the best ways to beat Raging Bolt is to stick something in the active spot, because then they can't attack if they've discarded all their energy, unless they're playing switch cards. But with Latias, everything has free retreat, so we're also pairing that with Area 0 Underdepths, and of course, Noctowl. Now, Noctowl has that wonderful Jewel Seeker ability. Once during your turn, when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, if you have a Terra Pokemon in play, you may search your deck for up to 2 trainer cards, reveal them, and put them into your hand. Now, it's not as explosive turn 1. The deck often, like, it can miss that turn 1 donk a lot, I'll be honest, but that late game strength is really, really good with this deck. Or that mid-game too, like, it's very, very consistent in the middle of the game. Jewel Seeker allows us to find cards like that Professor Sawdust Vitality, find cards like the Nest Ball, like the Ultra Ball, like Earthen Vessel, Prime Catcher, Night Stretcher, Energy Retrieval, Trekking Shoes, whatever we need to find, Bravery Charm even, like, the deck just has a lot of stuff. And now what you will also notice is we did get rid of Pokemon Catcher. Now, the reason we did that is we're moving out of this, like, super single prize format where kind of everything is now a 2 prize Pokemon. So that 2 Gust, it just tends to be okay. And the reason we're no longer playing Palpad is because we kind of just don't need it. We don't have cards like Pokestop discarding all our supporters. So this is kind of just where we're at. This is the base of the list here. We still play cards like Squawkabilly, discard your hand, draw 6 if it is your first turn. Obviously, we're still playing Fezandipiti, flip the script, draw 3 cards if one of your opponent was knocked out. But we have gone up to that 4 Ultra Ball line. That just helps us find cards like Lumineon, which does give us that explosive early game. It allows us to Luminous Sign for Professor Sawdust Vitality, use Professor Sawdust Vitality, do whatever it is we need to do, and obviously, like, still stay the deck we are. We're still playing Earthen Vessel to search for all our energy. We still have Energy Retrieval to get it out of the discard pile. Like, the deck is the same as it always has been. It just plays a little bit differently, and like I said, a little less explosive on that turn 1. But this is a list that you really do enjoy going first while you're playing, because if you can get that Hoothoot down, get that Noctowl turn 2, you can have a really, really good turn 2. And a lot of people, they don't really think about Raging Bolt as a going second deck. So I think that's that's where this deck might just be better, is that it is really great going first. We can go first, we can Teal Dance a couple times, we can still Squawk and Seize. We can bench a Hoothoot, and then next turn we can go into Noctowl for that Professor Sada's Vitality, for that Prime Catcher, Bravery Charm, Boss's Orders, Area 0, whatever we need, right? Any single trainer in the deck we can grab off of that Noctowl. Now, this list it's tested, but it's not like I'm not playing it 24/7, right? Like the current, it's not standard format, right? So we just don't know how it's going to perform. We did see a lot of people saying that they're going to play Raging Bolt with Noctowl going into Stellar Crown. It just didn't really happen. Raging Bolt just turned out to be better without it. But I think this list is really, really cool. We also have this cool Koraidon here with that Unrelenting Onslaught attack, which does 30 damage, but if one of your ancient Pokemon uses an attack during your last turn, this deck does 150 more damage. This card is ridiculous in this deck. One of our hardest matchups was Terapagos, because they could just not play a 2-prize or whatever they need to do. But now we can play that Koraidon and attack the Terapagos, KO it for 2 prize cards. They have to kill Koraidon, otherwise they're being revenge KO'd again. It's very, very good. Miraidon, if it gets good, Koraidon's really good into that. It's really great into a lot of the single prize decks because it just does a lot of damage, and it's beefy enough that it can survive a lot of like low damage stuff. Like it's gonna help our Lost Box matchup a lot. Whereas like Sandy Shocks was okay into Lost Box, it's like Koraidon it's actually just good into a lot of decks. Now we do have to have attack with a ancient Pokemon the turn before, but as long as we're attacking with Raging Bolt, we're probably just fine in that regards. Besides that, like the deck it's kind of just a deck, right? We've got Radiant Greninja, concealed cards, discard your hand, draw 2 cards. Our energy count, we have gone for those 5 grass energy, with the ability to just search out energies and trainers easier, search out cards like we've got Lumineon, we've got Noctowl. I think 5 energy is just fine. 6 and even 7 was good when we didn't really have searchability to find a card like an Earthen Vessel, where we kind of just wanted to top deck all our energies, do what we need to do. I think 5 is just fine. We did obviously see Getamer win a regional with 5 energy, so clearly 5 grass energy is fine. We're still sticking to the 3 lightning, 3 fighting. Trekking Shoes is a card I'm not sure how I feel about it. It does help that early game consistency a bit. However, you could turn Trekking Shoes, let's say you're in a big single prize meta, and you're like, oh, there's a lot of Gardevoir around. We could turn Trekking Shoes into some Pokemon catchers to hopefully hit catcher heads and KO some Curlias, do whatever it is we need to do, KO some 2-prize Pokemon that are sitting on the bench. So Trekking Shoes are kind of that flex spot for us in the current moment, and I think that they're probably just best to be there. Trekking Shoes, just the ability, like they're just kind of a draw too, and they're like, I don't know, I always find I use Trekking Shoes and then I'm discarding like a fighting energy. It's always kind of just good. And then I can Professor Sada's Vitality. Like I said, I don't know if this list is completely optimal compared to regular Raging Bolt. We'll have to wait and see. But I think this list is actually super, super fun. Try it out. The list is in the description, but that being said, you can't play it anywhere. You can import it onto like Limitless, onto any of the websites that you're going to be playing, any simulators, but it won't work on PTCG Live until the set releases in, what was that, like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks now. But then when it releases there, you can play this list online, so make sure you copy that and save it somewhere. Let me know what you guys think about the list down below. I'm going to catch you guys in 1 second with some closing thoughts. And that is what we got going on for you guys in today's video. If you guys liked the video, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. I appreciate you guys checking it out. Let me know in the description down below how you like the list, if you're going to be testing it at all, if you think it's better than the current iteration of Raging Bolt and Ogerpon. I'm not really sure, still kind of on the fence if this deck is real, or if it's fake in the same way that Raging Bolt was saying it was going to play Noctowl at the start of Stellar Crown, and then obviously it hasn't, and that hasn't panned out at all. So make sure you guys let me know in the description down below. We do get back to every single comment, so yeah, leave a comment down there. The deck list is in the description, so make sure you check it out there. And until next time, guys, peace out and have a great one.
Want to support the Shuffle Squad? Be sure to check out all of our sponsors in the description to pick up Pokemon TCG singles, sealed, and PTCG live codes. You made it to the end. Thank you so much for watching this entire video from the Shuffle Squad. Honestly, from the bottom of our hearts, we appreciate each and every person that supports our content, watches what we have going on every single day, every single week, even from time to time, and continuously allows us to have a forum to project our creative content towards the Pokemon TCG community. So if you haven't already, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and even leave a comment to help boost the YouTube algorithm. That being said, we'll catch you with our next video. Thanks again. Take it easy.